Stitchers. Welcome to West Virginia. My name is Cheryl and this is my channel, Tranquil Stitches. Today is Monday, June 4th, 2018, and this is my FlossTube episode number 9. Thank you for joining me. If you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome. I appreciate you spending some time with me today. And thank you as well for all of your comments last week in reference to my mother's tree. I appreciate the sympathy, I appreciate the understanding, I appreciate the kudos, because it was devastating at the time. But I kind of look at it now as a blessing in disguise, because my mother-in-law has a very small apartment, so I just can't imagine that great big mother's tree on her wall. And the colors that I redid it in match her decor a lot better. And I mean, I wouldn't have chosen to do it again if I didn't have to, but it all worked out. And I've come to terms with it years ago, and it's over and done with. And I just keep that first one as a reminder of what can happen if you're not careful. So yeah, it was an experience. So, but all of us stitchers have those kinds of experiences, and it's not fun, but it's part of life, I guess. I did my last video on Sunday because on Monday, Memorial Day, I knew that I was going to go to our local flea market with my niece and her boyfriend and her 2 little girls, and we did. It opens every year on Memorial Day, and they have it every Monday, so I'm really looking forward to going back there a few times over the next few months. And we had a really good time there. They have everything from produce to small animals, puppies, goats, bunnies, to kind of the regular flea market type overstock items that you'd normally find, socks and, you know, just cheap little things, to actual wonderful vintage items. And that's really what I go for. And I did find several things that I brought home, and I'm extremely excited about them. So we had a good day. I convinced Mama to let Amber, who is her 5-year-old, hang out with me, because we were planning a cookout, all of us, later on that day. So she let Amber go with me after the flea market, and we went grocery shopping, and she helped me pick out some things, and then we came home and we cooked some goodies and made some deviled eggs and baked beans and typical cookout fare. And she helped me make a banana pudding, which was just, she would put a banana in the bowl on a cookie, and then she'd lick her fingers, and I'd have to take a baby wipe and wipe her hands off, and then she'd put another banana on there and lick her fingers, and I had to stay there the entire time wiping her hands off because she kept doing that. And I said, you know, just 5-year-old goodness, you know, that's what they do. And so we had a really good day, and so that was our Memorial Day. I hope everyone had a wonderful Memorial Day. I've heard some stories of some things that some of you all did, and it's a good kickoff to summer, I think. And something else pretty eventful happened this week. I had, you know, we live on the only road going through our little town. We live right literally this far from the road. So it's not a good area to have outside pets, because it just doesn't end well most of the time. And we had a few months ago, there was a dog that had been running up and down the road a few days, and it didn't end well right in front of my house, and it was just devastating. And then a couple weeks ago, we had a drake and a hen, ducks from the creek, which is also right across. We have this much yard, road, creek. So they would come up from the creek, and my neighbor was feeding them. I was like, you can't do that, because they're going to cross the road. People fly up and down this road. It's a straight stretch. It's a long straight stretch. They absolutely fly. They have no respect for anybody living on this street, they just fly. And I just knew those ducks were going to get hit. I had shoot them back across the road several times. They kept coming up, kept coming up. I had to even shut my door because I was like, it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. Sure enough, a few days ago, I was told that one of the ducks was up there in the road, and it just breaks my heart, you know. And this little dog, the last few days, running up and down the road. I kept the door shut because I was like, you know, I hate it. And finally, I just said, I can't do this anymore. So I befriended her. She was so hungry. Her little ears scabbed over, you know, with, I don't know what's wrong with her ears, but she wasn't taken care of. And we tracked down where she came from, put it that way. And they told us that they didn't have the means to take care of her. And I guess they didn't care if she got hit or not because they couldn't take care of her. So she's a little mutt mix Airedale. She looks like she's got a little Airedale in her, but she's a little tiny thing. So I guess we have a dog. And I don't want a dog. I do not want a dog. I love dogs. I've had dogs most of my life through my sons, and I you know, I love them. I love to play with them. You know, but tending to one at my age with my nerves the way they are, I just don't know. But I bought her a bed and some food, and we're going to take her to the vet and have her looked at and see if she's okay. And my husband loves her. He's bonded with her, and I just don't know. But I've got a picture of her I'll insert so you can see her. The people who owned her called her Bella, and that kind of fits her. And I had already named her Penny, so her name's Penny Bella. So I don't know. I'll keep you updated as far as what goes on there, but it is what it is. At least she's safe. So this week I've watched some FlossTube while I've been stitching, and lots going on in the community. Lots going on. Ginger Gerald is having his birthday palooza, which I really enjoyed his daily vlogs and keeping up with what he's doing, and seeing Geo out on the terrace and him giving her or him peanuts, and that's pleasant. I love watching that. So been keeping up with him, and congratulations Donna, Doodlebug Stitcher, she got a job. She's all excited about that. If you've not visited Donna, go over and visit with her and show her a little love. I'll put all these links below if you're interested in catching up with everybody. Cindy at Cindy's Cross Stitch did a wonderful tutorial on sticky board, mounting on sticky board, and she enabled me. I don't know why I haven't had this in my life. This is wonderful, this Aleene's tacky glue. Yeah, got me some, Cindy. So I'm going to be finishing some things this week, and it was funny. I was sitting there stitching one evening, just stitching away, and I always have to block out some time to watch Pam and Steph because, you know, their videos are a little longer, and they tend to keep me company while I'm stitching, but I have to kind of set that time aside. And I was sitting there stitching away, and they were going through some things that Pam had found in a box that she was keeping at a friend's place, and that was really interesting, seeing those old school patterns come out. I've got pink for Pam today. Congratulations, Miss Pam, if you're watching, on your 25 years cancer-free. That's wonderful. But she was showing some things, and she showed the cherry cordial freebie from the designer that I'm working on, Cherry Cheesecake, and she showed it, and Pam can actually pronounce her name. So I was focused on that, and when she said Casey, I'm gonna try this, but oh my goodness, Bigornio, Anyway, see, I still don't know it. But she said the name. So I started repeating the name so I could remember it. Didn't do any good because she distracted me with this next part. But she said the name. So I was just stitching away, and I kept pronouncing the name. And then Steph says, Cheryl is the one that is a Casey fan, right? And I was still stitching, and I was nodding my head and saying the name over and over and over. And she said, Cheryl, is it you? And I was just nodding my head. And then Pam leads into the camera and says, nod your head. And I was like, okay, that is too weird, because I was sitting here nodding my head, literally. And it was just like, do, 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 do. That was a hoot. That was absolutely hysterical, because I was sitting there nodding my head like a, idiot in there by myself. But I had to replay that part of the video and show my husband and tell him what I did. But that was hysterical. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I was doing. So a lot of fun with FlossTube this week. Thank you, everybody, for keeping me company and letting me visit with you. It's a lot of fun. I have a previous finish I wanted to show you. This one is, I stitched in 2004, and it's from another issue of For the Love of Cross Stitch, which is my favorite magazine. It's from September of 2001, and I stitched the cover design. I just love that. Back in 2001, Prim was just kind of starting, and it took off a little later than that, but I guess I just loved it because it was country to me, and now I know it's actually Prim, but it's beautiful, and I have plans for this. I don't want to give away too much because it might be a gift, but here's my finish. I stitched it on, again, a 14 count, looks like oatmeal or Fiddler's Ada. I can't see the camera, so get in there. And I love the berries and that quilt laying under the design and the wreath. And again, this wonderful border. It's just really prim, really cool. And on her little banner, bless our home and all who enter. So that's my finish. I'm not sure who the designer is. Let me look right quick. It's called Bless This Home. I just finished Bless Our Home. That's funny. It's by, let's see. There's also, you can do her as a stand-up as well. It's designed by Linda Spivey. Linda Spivey. So, I love that one. It's a lot of fun to stitch. Those berries, I think they have, yeah, they've got 2 colors in them to give them a little depth, and the basket's got several colors of brown. And that's a back stitch. So that's that. Now, my whips finished up Mania this past week, and I did 16 starts. I did the 16 that I planned to do. Lot of fun. I enjoyed it, and like I said, I will be doing it again next year. And it was a big success. I know some ladies didn't make their goal. Some surpassed their goal and started a few. I saw some extra ones on Instagram. Ladies saying, "Well, I couldn't help but start this one." So they've got more than what their goal was, which is wonderful. So Mania just is Mania to ever how it is, and it's very nice. So I left. I'm going to do a whip parade of my Mania, a brief recap, if that's okay. But I left everything in the Ziploc bags and page protectors, because if I separate everything, I'm going to have to try to figure out which bag and make sticky notes, and I'm just not I'm not interested in that today. I'm sorry. So there's going to be some crinkling. I actually like crinkling. I'm one of those people that it doesn't bother me a bit. I understand that if you've got headphones on, it might get a little loud. And I can understand that happening, but I'm not going to overly crinkle, but it's just something that doesn't bother me. So anyway, I started this one on the 29th, the Hocus Pocus, and this one's by Queen Bee from 2014, and I got this much done. Not too much. I didn't feel like ironing today either, so it is what it is. So that's her wand and her sleeve. I didn't get too much done on that one, but it's a start. I think this is the one that I got the least amount done on for Mania. And then on the 31st, I started Land of Liberty, Brenda Gervais. And this was my last Mania start. Happy, happy, happy. So here's my progress on that. Uncle Sam done. And if you follow me on Instagram, you need to go check out the picture I posted of this. It was hysterical. My husband and I had such a time with one of my stopping points on this design. You got to go look. And be sure and read what I said about it. I think a lot of people just looked at the whip and gave me a heart. But if you read the comment, that's why I posted it. Anyway, so I also this week picked back up Union Forever because this one is just calling to me to finish it. Blackbird Designs. And I stitched some more on this and got the flag done. That's where I am on that. And I'm thinking this blue is a little too light for the flag. What I might do is go back with one strand of a darker blue. I do that sometimes. I'll stitch something in, with two strands, and then if it's not dark enough, or if I'd like to change the color a little bit, then I'll just go back over it with one strand of another. It just gives it extra depth, and you can do that. You don't have to frog it. You can just, stitch over it again and just see how it looks, So I may do that. I haven't decided. But this one is going to be my week of this. I'm going to do a focus on finish this week with this one, because I already know I'm going to finish it and I've got everything I need. So I'd like to get this one done this week so that I can hang it up for, or display it for the 4th of July. Do you ever, it just happened to me. It just happened. Do you ever pick up your whip from the night or the day before and remember what was going on the last time you worked on it? I do that sometimes. I don't have a long-term memory with my whips, but I do that sometimes. Like if I pick it up, I'll remember what I was watching on TV the night before, or I'll remember, something that happened, while I had it in my hand. But do you do that? Does anybody else do that? It's just a weird phenomenon, I guess, with me. But anyway, that's Union Forever. Now I'll go through my whips real quick so that you can see what I got started for Mania. This is Blessings Be Thine by Blackbird. And here's my progress on this one. Didn't get very far on this one either. It goes that way. That's all I got on that one. Okay, and then I've got Plum Street, Mary 2, and got done. Yep. And that one. And I have Primrose Needleworks Ghost Alphabet. And here I am on that one. Little O. I've started rolling my whips instead of folding them, trying to at least, because it's less ironing that way. And I have Mr. Rogers trolley. Pull that. There's where I am on that one. Then I have Wishing Thee Plenty from Homespun Elegance. There's where I am on that one. Then I have, still going to have to put these back in there because I'll need to go quickly. It's already at 20 minutes. I have Sleepy Hollow, Raise the Roof. To Spooky Trees. Excited to get back to that one. I have a very, very small start on Liberty Lane. I forgot about this one. This is probably the one I've got the least amount started. My Little House, because I'm doing it over one. And I have an eye appointment this week. And I am so excited about that because I need glasses so badly. My eyes have gotten so bad. I want to start stitching on some lighter fabric, some smaller fabrics, and do some more over one stitching. And I just can't right now. I can't because my eyes are so bad. Pink Creek Snow. My progress on that one. I have Wee Little Pumpkin in the Patch, my Cecilia Turner, Hot in Hand. And this is the one I'm putting my name in. I'm changing the binds to spell my name. Got the S done. And Casey Bonagorio. I think that's it. Bonagorio. Pam, is that it? Love or heart? I don't like mispronouncing people's names because that's... But that's that one. Then I have Bent Creek's Winter Knocker. And I've got the swim in done on that one. And then my last one, this is number 15. One for the crow. I'm doing this top one. And there I am on that one. And this is, you know, I was telling you, I do an extra third stitch. I did that on her face and hand because the floss that I chose, the flesh tone that I chose was too light. So I just went back over it with the third color. I like the way it looks. And then the last one is Little House Needleworks Season of Growth. This is part of the series that I'm doing. And I started with summer, June, July, and August, and there's where I am on that. So that's all 16 of my whips. Lord mercy, where am I going to put them? I put everything back in the bag. Oh, goodness. That'll be just fine. So, there's my mania, all in a nutshell. So, you all will be seeing more of those. Miss Sophie just jumped up here. Hello. First time she's in, I'm so surprised that it's took her this long. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Say hi, everybody. Here's my girl. Rotten. Okay. Let's move on to the giveaway. Really exciting stuff with the Needleminders and the Hawk Run Hollow Stitch Along. Remember, we're starting on October 1st, and the hashtag is HRHSAL 2018, Hawk Run Hollow Stitch Along 2018. And Laura at Flying Frog Stitchery gave us 3 Needleminders to give away. I'm hosting one giveaway. Amy of Amy Loves Toads is hosting one, and then Jeannie Schwartz is also hosting one. So we're giving away 3 of them. And I just got my Needleminders for the ones that I ordered from her, and I wanted to show them. This is Village, and this is, we'll show you some of the styles that are available. This is Village, and I got a cabochon for that one. It's really scrolly. Isn't that cool? This is, Village is the one I'm going to be stitching in October. And then I got, I've already stitched, well, I'm stitching Map right now, Map of Hawk Run, and I chose the button for that one. Is he not cool? Look at him. And then the last one I am so excited about. So she really couldn't find a good image that would work well for houses, and so I sent her a picture of mine that I have finished, and she used that for the Needleminders. So this blows me away. That's actually my stitching. I'm so excited. I have a custom Needleminder. Too cool. And I ordered this one from her as well. Let's quote the Raven, nevermore. I like that one. And she sent me this Alice freebie. Let me see what it says. Oh, how long to run away from normal days. I want to run wild with my imagination. Have days like that. So, my husband left to make himself scarce for the video, so he drew 3 names for the 3 giveaways before he left. And for the Needleminder, Debbie Platt. Congratulations, Debbie. You won the Needleminder. And what I need you to do is go over to Flying Frog Stitchery on Etsy and choose which Needleminder you would like. And convo Laura and let her know, and she will get your Needleminder out to you. Thank you everyone for playing, and congratulations, Debbie. And then I'm also giving away my gently used copy of Bless Our Home that I just finished. And Kim Goldman, your name was drawn for this one. I don't know if this is focusing. I can't tell as well today. I think I'm a little further away from the camera. And then Building ABCs, Rosewood Manor. Inside this one I have Kathy Newhart. Your name was drawn for this one. So congratulations, ladies. If you will, I guess you can message me through YouTube, but I think the easiest way to do it would be to go and send me a message through Instagram. I'm at Tranquil Stitches, all one word, on Instagram. So if you'll send me your addresses, I'll get these charts right out to you. And this week I would like to offer up this Stony Creek magazine. It is the June issue, which we're in June. It's June of 2005. It's got some really, really pretty charts in there. The bird chart. And then I wanted to show you this one. And that's inside. Got this really cute little cow. Am I showing the picture? This really cute little cow. But this is the one I wanted to show you. Jackie at Cross My Stitches this was one of her mania starts. An old fisherman lives here with the catch of his life. I think that's cute. It's good for Father's Day. But that one's in there. So June 2005, Stony Creek. If you're interested, just put magazine in the comments, and I'll draw for that next week. Okay. Now, retail therapy. I wanted to look. I got my sewing machine. I decided to wait till this month to get it because of mania, and I knew that if I got it last month I probably wouldn't get much stitching done. So I waited and I went and got it this week. I'm excited. We don't have a Joann's. We've got a Hobby Lobby an hour away. No Michael's, nothing like that. So Walmart was my best option for getting one, and I left early in the morning because it was the 3rd of the month, and the 3rd of the month is a very busy time around here. So got there before the crowds and before the heat, and it's funny because I chose the machine, completely guessed, because I don't know. I haven't had a sewing machine in probably 30 years. So it's been a long time. And then I only used it to base my fabric, my stitching fabric. But anyway, pushed the button and a dude named Andrew came over, and I said, I'm going to need a little advice on some things because, you know, this is something new to me. I said, do you sew? No, but I can cut your fabric for you. I said, all right, well, that's, you know, I'm just going to have to wing it. So he's cutting my fabric, and towards the end of him getting all my fabric cut, little sweet lady with a Walmart smock comes up to the cutting station, and he said, they converse, and from their conversation I am gathering that she is the one who runs that department. It was perfect. It was perfect. So her name is Bernice. She's 85 if she's 2. And just the sweetest thing, she said she has been a sewer for over 50 years. And I told her what I wanted to do. And she literally took my hand and took me to everything that I needed. And she was wonderful. She said, you might as well go ahead and get a big cutting ruler because you're going to be back for it. If you get a small one, you're going to need a big one. You're going to have to you have to buy it twice, so just go ahead and get it. Might as well not get any cheap scissors, because if you do, you're going to end up, you know. So she was quite the little salesman, but she, I don't think they work on commission at Walmart. I've worked there. They don't work on commission. So she just, you know, very honest and told me, this is what you need. And she was, when we finished up, and I had everything I needed, and she said, "You have absolutely made my day." She said, "I'm so glad to see somebody interested in sewing," and I guess her world is pretty small, and you know, I told her, I said, there are lots and lots and lots of ladies out there quilting, sewing, knitting. It died off for quite a while, but needle arts are very, very popular right now, and that made her feel good. She said, "Please come back and let me know how it goes." And I said, "I will. I'll be back because I'm going to need more fabric." And so she helped me with the gauges of the needle that I need. So I bought some fabric for some project bags. That's what I'm going to start with. And I bought the vinyl. I like the ones with the vinyl fronts and to be able to see through. So I'm going to be practicing on that this week, and I'm so excited. So I haven't opened it yet. I was tired when I got home yesterday from grocery shopping. That wears me out. That wears me out. So I was tired. So I didn't play with it, and so I'm gonna really enjoy doing that this week. But more retail therapy. At the flea market that I mentioned that we went to, I found this, and we had one of these in our Etsy shop, and I sold it. And ever since I've sold it, I really regretted it, because I love it. I love it. It's got the zinc lid and the ceramic insert inside, and it's just wonderful. It's 23 to 33, 1923 to 33 ball jar, and it's 0 factory mark on the bottom. So, and these are my mama's buttons. She had them in an old plastic thing from the 80s, just, you know, brown and orange, and had a flip top, and that's what I've kept them in for years. But these are her buttons, so I'm going to get some more vintage buttons and add them to my collection. So I love this jar. Love this jar. And then I wanted to show you guys something that I've wanted for quite a long time. Can you imagine? Can you guess what that is? Really, come on. It's the top two of this. I've always wanted one. This one has the right amount of patina, the right amount of grunge, the right amount of rust. It's absolutely perfect, and what I love best about it is it's a Sears and Roebuck. It's missing its little pointer here, but that's okay. That's okay. My husband said he can replace that. I don't know if I want to. I'm not going to weigh anything on it. I just want it. Isn't that cool? Rust is just perfect. And green's my favorite color. It was meant to be. Meant to be. I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh. $15. And then the last thing I'll show you. I got more things, but this is the last thing I'll show you. Look. And I don't know much about this at all, but I knew I was getting a sewing machine, and I just thought this would be just lovely to have around it. It's got the wooden spools. I don't know how to work it. I don't know anything about these, but I'm going to learn. I'm going to find out what it is and how old it is. I had to dicker with him a little bit with this one, but I got it for a good price. At least I think I did. So if you know anything about these, or a good resource that I can look at that will tell me what exactly I have here, I would love to know if you'd leave it in the comments. Isn't that wonderful? So that's that. And another little quick thing. My BFF got me this last year for my birthday. It says I run on coffee and cross stitch. You can get these from Down Sunshine Lane. Amy has them, and she has wine glasses as well that are etched with I run on coffee and cross stitch. She's also got I run on tea and cross stitch. I actually got my BFF, the one that says tea, but this is my favorite mug. So when I go out, that goes with me. So I signed up for a retreat. I'm going to Stitch Fest in Herndon, Virginia on October 19th and 20th. I'm so excited. It's been a long time since I've been to a retreat. And my son lives in Richmond, so I'm going to be spending some time with him around that time period. We're just going to make a few days out of it, a little mini vacation, and my husband's going with me, and so he's going to find out what's it's at in the Dulles Airport area, so there's plenty of things for him to do around there while I'm at the retreat. And he said he might just stay in a room and rest, so I'm excited about that. I get to hang out with Amy of Amy Loves Toad. She's going, and Darlene, Stitch Party of One's going, and Wendy, Hoodlums ×4. She'll be there, and Stephanie of Miss Oh So Crafty will be there. So I'm very, very excited to meet some floss tubers and some people who have become friends of mine and in this community, and hang out with them and do some stitching, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited about that. Plans for the week. It's Wine and Whips June, and I got a lot of whips now, and I'm sure that the wine part probably has a double meaning. It's probably W-H-I-N-E. You're whining about a whip. You're supposed to work on something, I guess, that you really aren't enjoying that much, but you want to get it done. But to me, it's W-I-N-E. I love wine. My husband and I love to go to vineyards and wineries, and we really, that's something that we really enjoy, and I love a good wine. My favorite everyday wine is Barefoot, and my favorite Barefoot flavor is Pinot Noir. I love, love, love that wine. And I used to be a white wine girl, but the older I get, the more I like red. But my husband come home with this, and I'm sorry, it's empty. I wanted to show you. It's new from Barefoot. It's a refresh. It's a crisp red spritzer. It's red wine. It's a spritzer. So it's a little carbonated. Oh my goodness, so good, so good. It's very crisp, clean, and it's sparkly. It's perfect for, you know, a warm evening when you just want something refreshing. Wonderful. So, Wine and Whips, I'm going to be working on my Map of Hawk Run Hollow this week, and I'm also going to try to focus on finishing my Union Forever, and so I can get that displayed. So that's the stitching. I'll probably pick up a couple more whips at some point as well, but that's the stitching that I want to get done. I'm going to be making some project bags, so I've got that. And Friday, if you don't know, Friday is going to be a fun day, a fun evening. Teresa at Kitten Stitcher and Jen of Jen's Stitching Niche are hosting a cross stitch sleepover on Friday. So the idea is they have a Facebook group, and it's you can find it under XS Sleepover, all one word, on Facebook. And they also have the same hashtag XS Sleepover on Instagram. But the idea is to get in your comfy pajamas, get you some wine, get some ice cream, pop some popcorn, watch your favorite movies, watch your favorite floss tubes, stitch, 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 stitch. Everybody's just going to stitch together, share on Instagram, share on the Facebook group, just have a virtual sleepover. All the stitchers that are participating will just hang out together and make it a nice evening. Stay up as late as you can, just like you do on a regular sleepover, and just enjoy an evening of stitching. And I am looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. So, and then next Sunday I'm hosting my tea party with my sister and my nieces, and this week's theme is, well, this month's theme is nautical. I'm going to do some crab salad and some things like that, so I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun, and so I've got some things going on this week. It's going to be a busy week, and I'm looking forward to it. But for now, that's all I have to show you this week. I'm pretty sure got everything taken care of, and I appreciate you visiting and hanging out with me for a little while. And I accidentally stopped the video, so I'm going to have to mesh it together, but I do have a few pictures I'm going to put at the end. I didn't take many pictures this week, but I had some others that I thought you might enjoy seeing, and also Miss Penny Bella, her pictures on there as well, so you'll get to see her. Oh, so have a great week. I will see you next time, and happy stitching.